Do you know where you go when you die? I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
What dost thou want? I'm your god now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Wouldst thou like to live, Lucius?
I lost my daughter to the abyss. But tonight, I am calling her back.
Below the void.
So, do you consider yourself an exhibitionist?
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't care if people see my dick.
And welcome to the very first episode of the Below the Void podcast. How's everyone doing today?
I don't know what that is.
Good. Yeah. That name sounds weird
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
in the
probably.
best way.
We're still BTV.
To BTV.
B-T.
So yeah, the elephant in the room is that this is basically just Beyond the Veil 2.0.
Shut! Don't say that.
Well,
That's true.
We'll just bleep it out when you.
Well, no, I think
Bleep it
we're
out
allowed.
there.
I think we're allowed to reference that it existed.
yeah, we just can't.
We just
joke.
can't post under it.
It was a joke. I'm sorry.
So for those people who don't know, the reason we haven't been potting for 2+ years is because we received a
2 years?
3
Yeah,
years.
three.
No, I looked the last one. I looked at my feed
November
the
of
last one.
2015. So when we were coming home from our first trip to Duluth in 2015.
It's 2019 now, man.
I thought it was 20.
Wow.
I thought it was 2016, but okay.
It was not.
Check my feed. But anyway,
It's a new year.
I know I got that. But no, then we received a cease and desist
And we both ceased and desisted.
from who were those fuckers' name again, Don?
Truth Frequency Radio.
Yeah, buttfuckers.
Yeah,
and-
it's not like it wasn't like a nasty, threatening email or anything
It
like
kind
that.
of was.
But-
If you read into it, it kind of was.
Yeah, but the thing that really fucking chapped my hide was they sent it to us in 2016. They applied for their trademark or whatever on the name Beyond the Veil in 2016, like right before they had sent it to us. Whereas
After we were already fully established.
We've been
Oh, yeah.
potting under
That's a
that
dick
name.
move.
Potting
And
under that
if
name.
I remember
since
right, they
2012.
weren't even really like they weren't even like in the same theme as us for like shows, were they?
Their shows are kind of paranormal, but it seemed more like right-wing conspiracy
They were
theory.
conspiracy theory nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, turns the friggin' frogs gay.
Yes.
That's why they were called Truth
And
Frequency.
that's part of the reason that I didn't want to fight it, because I'm like, I don't even want to be associated
yeah.
with these fucking
Going and-
weirdos.
Yeah, so we had to change that, and we could not pod for 2 years. We took another year off, just regrouping and stuff. But
I mean, to be perfectly fair, if we had been a little more proactive, we could have probably gotten this out a little bit sooner. But life happens.
Yeah.
at the same thing, we could have countersued
Well,
or counter cease and desist. I don't know.
Counter cease and
and
desisted.
desist. I don't know if that's a thing.
I was gonna say,
So I
we
just
can't-
went,
they didn't sue us. We can't counter
right.
sue.
So I just okay.
You can't triple sue.
We could. My first vote in 2016 was to give them shit right back.
yeah.
and cease and desist their maybe not their website and stuff like that, but having a podcast with that because we were on there, but then we just lost the steam and didn't fight
Joke's
them.
on them though, because it took us 3 years, but we figured out on our own how to turn the friggin' frogs gay.
It's true.
Right.
I haven't seen a
nothing to
straight
do-
frog in years.
Has nothing to do with chemicals in the water, so suck that down, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Suck it down.
Fucking idiot.
He's part of their network, isn't he?
I don't think so. No, he's got his own thing. This was like nowhere near that level.
Yeah, if you're that wacko, you kind of have to finance yourself.
Bro, I got some news for you.
What?
Oh, what's the news?
According to my podcast app,
Oh my
Season
God.
2, Episode 17, Zip for Truman,
Tip
Uh-oh.
for Truman.
was released on December 3rd,
Oh.
2015.
You fucked up.
Okay, so it's still been over 3 years. Cool.
So I was gonna say what?
I just built the drama.
You just made you look like an idiot.
It was December. It was December, not November. When it was released. So,
Okay.
so egg on your
Wow,
face.
I'm a dumb fuck for getting that
All over your
wrong.
face.
Right at the beginning of December, too, so you were like double, triple wrong somehow.
Triple, double, super wrong.
Right. So what if you had the right year?
So, we're back in the saddle. We've rebranded to Below the Void so that we can keep the BTV initials, which I...
It sounds more erotic, I just
mean-
have to say.
I think we should go with Behind the Taint.
behind
But,
the tape. Well, I
Not
mean,
as erotic.
But we'd have lost the V, but BTT sounds fun too.
what I originally wanted was to just change Veil to Void and be Beyond the Void. Beyond the Void, however, is a trademark name of a MOBA that's on
Is
Steam.
it too late to change it
Cool.
to Below the Vanderclute
Yeah.
and keep the V?
I mean, we can move some stuff around, I guess.
I mean, that could be like an off-menu, like, secret club.
oh, that'll
Real
go on the
name of the
website.
podcast
That'll
is
be the not safe for work section of the
Below the
forum.
Vanderclute.
Below the Vanderclute. So it's
just
been, over
exhibitionist
3
things.
years. A lot of stuff has happened since then. I mean, it's crazy to think about how different the world is now than it was the last time that we had a podcast out.
I don't think it's that weird.
I think it's pretty weird. It's pretty
there's-
crazy. A lot of stuff has
there's-
happened.
Who's the president?
There's less straight fraud.
I don't want to talk about
we don't want to talk about
I
that.
don't want to talk about that.
This
No,
is a
let's-
fun podcast
let's
with
not.
fun people.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Although, hey, Jamie Kloss got found, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
So I think
didn't know
that
was
might be
a thing.
one, in a little bit, a good deep dive on that could be once more details come out in a fucked up way, not in a humorous way, but it's a fucked up story.
Oh, yeah.
I love fucked up stories.
Fucking killed her parents, and then who knows? What
Wait, she killed her parents?
He killed. Killed her parents, and then
Okay.
he took her, but didn't take any money, any jewelry, nothing else.
Ooh.
So which means that's what he was after, and yeah, so it's probably bad. So he's gonna get what he got coming to, and it sounds like there's more suspects they believe. So hopefully they find those fuckers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's just
Yeah,
lucky. I mean, 95% of the time, when you're gone like that, especially for 3 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one's usually ever here.
Usually I
again.
think like your odds of survival after like
48
days.
hours. Yeah.
48 hours.
So they found her like safe?
Yeah, she escaped. She was like 70 miles from her house, and she was and then she escaped somehow and ran up to some lady on the street who was walking her dog, and
It was like, hey, some dude killed my
killed
parents.
my parents, and yada
Wanna
yada
help?
yada. And,
Holy
And they
shit.
were like, hell
That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude.
and they got the guy. I guess the guy was like the one guy who they arrested already was very meticulous about like always shaving his head and all the hair on his body and stuff like that to like not leave any DNA in the house. So I don't know the details how they got him, if she knew his name or if he was at the house she said they were at cleaning up or something. I don't know the details on that yet.
I mean, if she was with him for 3 months, there's got to be some...
Yeah, but if he was so meticulous as to shave all his hair so there was no DNA, I think he would have been smart enough, at least somewhat smart enough to not let her know his name, but fuck him.
Yeah. Oh, that's,
Anyone else that helped.
Crazy stuff. So what I want to do is, I kind of just want to go around the room and take a quick moment for you, everyone, in order. Just tell us what you've been up to the last couple of years. Let the listeners into our lives. So,
Was this
Mr.
like
B,
the
let's
first
start
day of
with you.
school?
Yes,
Well,
Mr.
Okay.
B discovered he likes people seeing his dick.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm pretty sure he knew that.
I was gonna say we all knew that.
He came to terms with it.
Okay, yeah.
You knew it
He
deep down.
discovered
No,
it. We
I
all
wouldn't
knew
say I
it.
like it. I just don't care if they do.
Okay.
That's an interesting distinction.
I mean, I'm not
digress.
like one of those sickos who wants people to, so he's whipping it out. I'm just saying, if I got to pee and someone's there, I mean,
You're getting an eye full of Mr. B
you go
dick.
what mall was that method? The Fremont Mall.
That was in Fremont.
Mall
Fremont
method.
The
pissing method.
Fremont pissing method.
Yep, shove your pants to the floor, hands up. And,
So that was more. I was more looking at his butt though.
well, yeah, but I mean,
It was a very smooth.
I didn't see
butt.
dong.
No, we didn't see dong. It
I would
was-
have. I mean, I could have.
you didn't see Dom.
I guess if my
saw a lot.
ass were that like smooth and shapely, I would probably
Smooth
piss
and
like
pale
that too.
white. Yeah.
Bro, you can't
Just
even
lily white.
piss in the urinal. I don't think you could piss with your pants down. You got a
That's
long way to
true.
go to get that far.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for unsheathing my demons on the
I'm just telling
podcast,
people what you've been
Mr.
up
B.
to.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do
All right, so Mr. B, the last 3 years, what have you been up to?
Buying homes, or just one home, really.
I was
the
going
one
to say
home,
plural.
actually.
Just the one home, actually. I wish it was more. Start flipping those bitches. It's the one home, actually. Adopted some puppies.
Yep.
How many puppies have been in your house, you think, in those 3 years?
Well,
Come on,
in the last year that we've been fostering, we've successfully adopted out now 16 animals.
Whew.
including
And one of them is one we adopted. And then we add the second one we adopted that we didn't foster, and add Callie, and add ones we've babysat. There's probably been like 20, 22, something like that, different dogs
22 dogs
in the house.
Whew. Those are impressive numbers. That's crazy dog lady.
Needless to say, after last spring, paid someone to clean up all the dog poop in the backyard.
Nice.
Only $50, 2 garbage bags full.
I mean, I'm
Jesus.
curious. Okay, I was gonna say
It was only $50. It was only $50.
Wow.
He didn't have them all the way filled, but he had doubled them up. But
Filled enough.
they were half filled. I think that's the
You
maximum
think about
capacity.
that many dogs.
Right, well, there we
You
are.
want to see it, but you're all set.
you're all set.
You know what I mean?
Look, I don't want to see. I just want to vaguely smell it.
Well, no, in the winter you can't smell it, and when we get snow you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to go always pick it all up in the fucking freezing tundra. So
Right.
left it, and then all of a sudden Clarissa saw this thing about $50 for. Well, no, it was just an ad, and the guy came out to give a quote for the dog shit, and he said $50. So we're like,
Okay, fucking
yeah, absolutely. That's better than the 5 hours it would take me. You're a
Yeah.
professional. $50, sure, do it.
You're paying him $10 an hour.
I don't think it took him. She said she was home. It took him like 2 hours tops.
Whew.
He's a pro.
Probably pretty thorough for 2 fucking hours.
It was pretty. There was some of the ones that were really crusted on. He missed some, but he got 98% of it.
I'm really regretting this segment. I didn't know it was going to turn
Going.
into a 5-minute conversation about dog shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked me what I've
Going
been up.
into
You've
detail.
been asking what I've been up to.
It's true.
I'm up to hearing dog shit.
Yeah, that's
It took him 2 hours. He's a pro.
You know who shit the most? Mark's dog.
really
That's who shit the most. No, she didn't shit the most.
I was gonna say, I don't even know. I didn't think she had it in her.
all right.
Oh no, shit.
Mark,
So the
what
first
have you been
when
up to?
we first got her back from Missouri, though,
Missouri?
the whole trip up, she didn't pee in the morning on the switch in Missouri, or when we got
She's got a
we got
weird
here,
bladder, man.
she didn't pee at all. Then, and we got her home, she didn't pee for the first 4 hours there, and then all of a sudden she's like, the first time she's like, hey, I know this is where the water bowls are, but fuck it. And she just released a pond on there in the carpet. So it's good enough time.
That's my girl.
Good enough time as any.
Whew, okay. Mark.
Then a couple weeks later, I was like,
Jesus,
hey, you guys should read
Christ.
this dog.
Anything else, Mr. B, besides the bowel movements of canines
No, and the bladder movements.
and bladder?
Pretty sure that's has been his entire life.
The floor is yours.
Oh no, I mean there's been more stuff, but I don't need to go into detail on that. Not dog stuff. No, I'm good.
Okay. Mark, what have you been doing these last 3 years?
Like Mr. B said, I got married. Well, I was married before we.
Yeah, we did one podcast after you got married. Our very last one.
We did a podcast in your apartment.
You were still a newlywed though.
Bought a house, which we are currently calling our studio. Super professional.
Very professional.
Like Mr. B said, I got a dog from him, from his adopting agency that he's affiliated with.
Yeah, it wasn't my dog.
Her name's Tracer. We named her after the Overwatch character.
She's the goodest girl.
Which is very fitting because she can move.
She got the zoomies, yeah.
That's all I can.
Well, go on forever with the dog talk.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I like her.
I like her too.
She's a cutie. I like her.
I think we'll keep her.
Oh, okay, good.
Blair, what have you been up to?
Okay, it was 2015.
Yeah, Mr.
I
Blair.
graduated college.
God, you were still in school.
I was still in school then.
Don't mind Mark. He's just checking out.
I'm not checking out.
I graduated college.
Put on
Multitasking.
I got an apartment. I work with children now.
Which is
A preschool teacher.
Blair, can I ask a question quickly?
No.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Okay, I'm sorry. What?
No.
Do you know anyone that listened to this podcast?
Do I know anyone?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Not specifically? Okay, so you could say you banged a part Russian girl.
No.
That's not
For the love of God. Polish.
Oh, sorry.
You're
That's
you're
what
just,
offended him.
Come on.
Sorry.
Not all Slavs are the same.
What about the Slavs?
what?
Hey, you guys. Jesus Christ. Okay, and then that's about it. I don't really know. Oh, I live with a cat now. That's cool.
What's the cat's name?
Birdie.
Cat.
Her name is Birdie because when she purrs, she chirps like a bird.
That's
Very cute. It's
My
very,
cat
very
tries
cute.
to do that at birds when he sees it out the window. He goes,
Okay, don't do that ever again.
but he's a sweet boy. Ichabod.
Oh, Icky does
Yeah,
that?
Icky does that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. I guess we started a YouTube channel. My roommate and I
That's right.
started a YouTube channel. That was also after we potted. So God, it has been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a minute.
YouTube's so 2015 though, Blair.
Minute. Yeah. Well, you know what?
We should
I don't know.
we should plug it. Downback. YouTube.com/downback.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys. Down back.
It's your boys.
It's your boys.
The only thing that's important about Down Back is that we have a merch store, and you can get a shirt that says "A little treat for the fire marshal." That's the only thing that's important about Down Back. You take anything away from that.
Did you say LL tree for the fire marshal?
No, a little treat. for the fire
Lil.
marshal.
Fire
Lol. Sorry. They said
Sorry to
LL.
open up an old wound, but that's from Werewolf the Devil's Hound.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should.
Oh,
Watch
good.
That.
Just rub it in.
I feel like we should watch.
It's
that
not like I
as a
gave that
podcast.
movie to you for free and
know.
said, "Hey, I'll give this to you."
I know.
but don't watch it without me.
You didn't say
You
that.
didn't say that.
You did not
to
say
be
that.
fair,
Maybe
you
I didn't
did
say
not
that, but I
say
definitely said I want to watch it with you.
Okay,
Definitely said that.
Can I say this? I'm done with me, by the way. Can I say this? You gave it to us in the same garbage bag that had the Mummy and the Armadillo. I know for a goddamn fact you didn't say we can't watch the Mummy and the Armadillo.
I didn't give a fuck about
You gave
the
us the
Mummy.
whole goddamn
I didn't give a
bag.
fuck about the Armadillo.
And it had Trackman.
had
and it
Trackman.
had the Nun.
The Nun. Yep. It had
Whoa.
Killer Drag Queens
How
on
come
dope.
they didn't get us? How come Lionsgate didn't get a cease and desist then?
Yeah,
Had
what
the
the
Nun
fuck?
back in like 2009.
Because whatever fucking like sub asylum level company put out the original.
Yeah, but they put
The
it out
Nun.
like that was like It's like 4
They
or
saw
5
the
years
trailer,
before
they
the
saw the trailer
second
for the-
Conjuring.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Lionsgate has better lawyers.
James Wan busted
They-
out his big fucking Aquaman dick.
His
and
big
said-
Aquaman dick, yeah. They saw the Nun trailers and they're like, yeah, we can't fuck with that. Yeah, we're just whatever.
Yeah, but
fuck it.
the Lionsgate Nun was not good.
Remember those
Probably better than the Nun I have on DVD right now.
yeah.
those
some
movies that
bookshelves
they
for those
put
movies?
right next to the big blockbusters?
Yeah, like Transmorphers
Transmorphers.
Yeah,
was
that's
the one I
that's the
remember.
Asylum.
or Operation Valkyrie.
Yep.
Or
And
Titanic
usually,
2.
what they usually did, well, not that one, because when I was at Blockbuster, they always Transmorphers. So they always
Boogaloo.
came out on DVD like 2 weeks before
the movie came
actual
out.
movie came out onto DVD.
Yep.
So
they-
it's
they
like
beat 'em to the punch.
Transmorphers, and then here's Transformers: Revenge of the Shitty Movie, and
I got a question about Titanic 2.
Yeah, what's up?
Is it Titanic 2 Electric Boogaloo or Titanic 2 Search for Curly's Gold?
no, it's Titanic Rising.
It's I would say it's
That's a
more of an
Titanic,
Electric
The
Boogaloo,
Revenge.
but they didn't actually put a subtitle. It was just Titanic.
It was just
2.
Titanic.
It's
The
implied.
most galling part is they filmed it on the Queen Mary, like the ship that's like docked in California.
Yeah, the haunted one.
And they didn't bother to green screen out the windows, so when people run past the windows where it's like supposed to be in the middle of the ocean, you can see the city.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no.
it's so
No,
shitty.
Titanic. Well, I say the Titanic 2 didn't want to take any chances, so they only cruised along the coastline.
Also, the actual plot.
No, the
is that-
plot of the movie is it's
I know,
taking the
I
route
know,
of
I
the
know, I know.
Titanic.
Yeah, no, the
I
plot
remember.
of the movie is
remember.
that they made the Titanic 2 with bits of the real Titanic.
Bits of the real
so you know
Titanic.
it's
So you know
authentic.
it's-
So you know it's good.
Maybe bits of real
And I
Titanic.
can't remember. Did that one sink too?
Oh, it absolutely
God, yeah.
sucked. It was like
Yeah.
the it was
It
like
hit
the
an even
Poseidon
bigger
adventure.
iceberg. But
here's the
I
thing.
tried to block that movie out.
They wanted to make it like a mockbuster, so what they did was they did like a whole making of thing where they tried.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it was just the most obvious like infant level fucking filmmaking techniques where there's like, oh, there's a scene where we're climbing up a ladder, and they're like, the way we actually filmed it was the ladder was on the ground.
Whoa!
And we're like, no fucking shit.
That's like 60s Batman level, which is funny because nowadays you could just put a ladder against a wall.
Whoa!
Well,
Back in the day, ladders.
I mean, you got to pay a carpenter,
Play
put
cool,
some screws
hotshot.
in, and maybe a bracket or two, but
screws.
wasn't in the budget.
You think they? Yeah, I was gonna say. You think they had a bracket budget?
So yeah, I feel like we should watch Werewolf the Devil's Hound sometime
Yeah,
and give
We
our
definitely
commentary.
should. Do you want me to reenact a scene right now?
I would,
No, I mean, I definitely think it'd be fun to do commentary pods.
I never saw the whole movie. We
But-
skipped around.
But I don't know if we should do. Maybe we could comment on that one, but don't think we should do that one instead as a commentary because I think it'd be better if we did a shitty movie that's like available for most people to watch on like Netflix or something, so that people could watch it with and chuckle with us.
Do they
one of
have
those,
shitty movies on Netflix?
Oh.
Zombievers?
Zombievers was made to be shitty though. We should watch like they have. Anytime someone tries to legitimately make a found footage horror movie and they put it on Netflix,
Yeah.
it's always gold.
Or and it's actually pretty good, but it's supposed to be campy. Wolf Cop and Wolf Cop 2.
Wolf
Wolf
Cop,
Cop is incredible.
Wolf
Right.
Cop is fantastic.
That's-
But it's
Sounds
supposed to be
amazing.
both. But it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be campy.
Yeah,
but
campy
Wolf
and
Cop
cheesy,
he
but
turns
right.
into a werewolf dick first. That's the best movie ever made. it's the greatest movie ever
As
made.
you do.
Yeah.
Is that how it happens in Devil's Hound?
No,
No.
Devil's Hound is a pile of trash garbage.
It's a pile of doo-doo butter.
I wouldn't know.
Wolf Cop's amazing.
So now that
Yeah,
we've established what everyone has done.
Whoa!
Except for you.
That was shit about
hotshot.
you, motherfucker. What you been doing the last couple months, bro?
I've
Been starting a podcast again.
I've done nothing with my life.
Fair enough.
2016 and 2017 were super uneventful. 2018, let's see, what did I do? 2018, I got a promotion at work. I'm finally a senior, so that's cool.
Nice. I'm the boss at work now too.
Fucking hell yeah, dude! Why didn't you bring that up when we were talking about
Because
it?
I just thought of it when you said it.
I'm gonna clean the jizz out of the bathrooms for you, bro.
Yeah, so I got a promotion. I went on a plane for the first time. Flew out to California for work. That's
I went on a plane for the first time within 3 years, too.
the trip was cool, but the actual being on a plane sucked my ass. I hated every second of it. What else happened?
Yeah, I don't love plane rides either.
Yeah.
Once you're up, it's fine.
You
Just
know
the
what I
taking
do?
off is the worst part.
I don't understand that, Blair. You're claustrophobic. How do
I'm
you
claustrophobic as fuck.
How do you deal with the,
well, okay.
the instant they close the
Blair
fucking
pays for the
door
anal upcharge.
and you're like stuck there? How do you not freak
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
tell
out?
you. I'm gonna tell you exactly why my
No,
first
please,
plane
I'm
ride was
all ears.
fine. I took
That's
a.
what I use.
It was a later flight in November, so it wasn't by any. Like people weren't traveling, right?
Well, and you went to Iceland, so
Well, I went
November.
to Germany.
well, yeah, but the first
The flight was to Iceland, yeah. It was to Reykjavik. And it was at night. I had the whole row to myself, and the row across the
okay. So that
aisle
I could
was
see
completely
that.
empty, too. It was at night, and
No
it was
one flies to
Iceland
Iceland
Air,
at
so
night.
they had, like, these really calming, cool, like, Northern Lights-ass light displays above all the stuff. So it was just a very calming and nice experience. I did have an experience when I was leaving Germany. I had to go. So first of all, I had to spend the entire day in the airport in Germany because we had to check out of my. I had to check out of my my hotel like 7 hours before my flight. So I was hanging out in the airport all goddamn day. So I was already cranky. And then I get on this tiny little fucking... I don't even know what kind... Dad could tell you what kind of plane it was. But it was
They have
Crop dust.
propellers.
Crop dust.
jam fucking packed, first of all. And it was... they were rows of 3, but it was just... Like, I don't even know how to describe... Like, when I sat down, I started to panic... Because I am incredibly claustrophobic. I started to panic, so I was like, okay, I need to take my jacket off because I'm gonna fucking stop. I'm gonna like, I can't breathe right now. Yeah. And I couldn't get my jacket off because I couldn't move my arms.
It was
Oh my god.
And I thought that was it. I thought that was the end. But that flight was only like 40 minutes. So.
Everyone else is fine on the plane. Blair's dead.
Everyone else is like, wow, he's super chill. He's just
Like,
dead.
I'm almost
I'm
freaking the
sweating
fuck
bullets
out.
right now, but that guy.
Like a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had both experiences.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
had both
kind
experiences.
of disappointed that you guys all just missed my callback.
Where's the callback?
What was your
You said
callback?
Blair Howell was good for the plane. I said he paid for the anal upcharge.
Oh my god. Where was Busty Bella?
Busty Bell and the anal upcharge.
That's what's funny. We're like looking at our old episode titles. It's like season 2, episode 16, Busty Bell and the anal upcharge. Episode 17. That's it.
Yeah, I wonder. Remember when we would
There's
get,
no dicks. Keep
remember
scrolling.
when we would get kicked off of iTunes every other episode, and I would have to
Yeah.
keep reapplying.
Yep.
I found out it's because you can't put swears in your titles. You can
Yeah.
put whatever the fuck you want in your podcast, but you can't put it in the title, or else iTunes
I know.
will kick
There's
your
no
butt
dicks. Just
right off.
keep scrolling.
Anal is cool. They're cool with putting anal in the title.
No,
Extra-
they just.
extra
I think we
cool.
just stopped recording, and they were like, "Well, whatever. We're not going to bother to kick them off again."
They're not gonna stop.
They're gonna be
anal.
excited when they see these episodes released with their titles.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to
No, hey.
start a new
Anything
show. And,
about everyone knows this podcast is about pushing the limits. I say we call this first episode "Fuckity Fuck Fuck Anal Fuck"
fuckity fuck
and
fuck.
see
anal
and just
fuck.
see
Okay.
what iTunes does.
Your move, iTunes. Oh fuck, we're off iTunes.
Oh shit.
You know,
That was a pretty good move.
what do we care?
Real-
we
real-
got Spotify.
Real smart move, Mr. B. Yeah, Spotify's even like they're like Stitcher. They're even more strict about titles. Bitch. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
Maybe we'll just call it.
Dude, Spotify lets R. Kelly put his music on there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're that strict.
Yeah, we haven't whizzed on near as many people as
That's
R. Kelly
true.
has.
This
And
is
everyone
the
I
remix
whizzed on
edition
wanted it.
of
I mean,
the
I've
song
actually-
about pissing.
I mean, Blair's into the water sports. I've only
That's the
peed.
cleanest way you could have said that, Mr. B. I'm impressed.
I've only peed on my 3 cats, and it was all on accident and their fault.
Oh my god!
Are you
3
serious?
separate times when I'm in the middle of the night and I'm
Yeah,
peeing,
yeah.
and the cats are like, "Hey, this is a good time to jump on the toilet." And then I gotta quick pinch it off
I thought you were gonna
and
say,
shut
like-
the door so the cat doesn't run out into the living room covered in my piss, so I can throw the cat in the bath and wash my piss off its head. 3 separate times it's happened. And one time it was at Clarissa's mom's house, Coraline. All 3 of my cats have taken the challenge, and all 3 have failed miserably. And I've had to clean my piss off their head at 3 in the morning.
I thought you were going to say, like, I was, pissing in the litter box.
No, man, that's what I said. This was their fault, not mine.
Oh my god! I cannot believe that just happened.
So they, each cat individually.
At different time, yeah, different times. First it was Ichabod.
They
It was Coraline at Clarissa's mom's house. Then it was Barney. All within they were all like year and a half apart.
I can see Ichabod, but Barney getting a face full of piss.
Barney?
I can't.
He's a sasshole.
Maybe they all accept. They must have some kind of weird cat pact. They're like,
Like, well, Icky did it, so now we gotta. Well, he said the weird part is they did it, and as soon as I push him off the toilet, they want to bolt out the door.
Yeah.
I don't want him running around the living room covered in my piss. So I said I got a quick run and shut the door.
well, just think about it.
It's an adventure.
You could mark your territory for the other animals in your house by just peeing on your cat and letting it run around your house. You save time.
Oh shit!
Think about it.
No, then I wouldn't have to pee in all the corners anymore.
Yeah.
Blair Witch style.
I just did you a favor.
Oh, cool.
Damn it. Well,
Anyways,
So Blair, I've never peed on a human being.
a human being.
give it a try sometime.
Give it
man.
yes. It's a sensational feeling.
Make you feel real good.
Blair knows.
Anyways, what were we saying before? Oh, it was just about Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, water sports.
Spotify.
Shout outs to our sponsor, Spotify.
We don't have a sponsor.
Dude, if we
Shut
say
up.
it enough, someone will sponsor us.
We are looking for sponsors.
Fishing for sponsors.
Raising
if,
Cane's.
Raising Cane's, or
I'd be fine with it.
I'm thinking ones that do a lot of
I think we did
like
at some
nature.
point say that we wanted to stick our dicks into the cane sauce. So
Yep.
I have some upstairs. Let's do this.
I don't want people seeing my dick.
Oh.
But like,
already
we do ones that do sponsor a lot of podcasts. So like Casper or Nature Box. I would say Audible, but they stopped doing that shit.
Audible has never stopped.
No, but I haven't heard them as a podcast sponsor in a while.
I don't know how it translates to podcasts specifically, but I know the adpocalypse on YouTube. Like you have to be wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, you
to
gotta
get
have
it.
advertiser-friendly content.
Wholesome as fuck we are not.
There are some
pretty
sponsors who are
Pretty wholesome.
pretty cool about it though. Like Dollar Shave Club is one that they make it pretty clear that they'll sponsor you as long as you're not a
Piece of shit garbage human being.
hateful garbage piece of shit.
Yeah, but they're pretty weird because they used to be a sponsor on Tell 'em Steve Dave, and they would do for their ads. They would do like old 60s exploitation film radio plays about featuring a character called Dollar Shave. And Dollar Shave ended up not liking the radio plays that they'd spend hours to do, and so they dropped them sponsoring them because they didn't like effort. So Dollar Shave's kind of weird.
I don't think that's a case of effort. I think that's a case of naming a character. I think that was probably what they didn't like about it.
Why don't we just alienate every potential
Yeah, fuck it.
sponsor? Well, as we go. Stick our dick in some
I think
cane sauce.
I think it's one of those things where it's like sponsoring a show is one thing, but having them actually do things that could be misconstrued as being an actual Dollar Shave Club ad is probably what it was.
So I think that's a big reason we didn't come back in the last 2.5 years. Lack of sponsorship. But
mean-
now Patreon's a thing. So we just got to get the base back and then we start a Patreon.
We say the base back. We need to get those 100 people who used to download our episodes. We need them back.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of German talk in this episode, and if I remember right, we were big in Germany.
We were not Hasselhoff big though.
What?
No one.
I didn't
I've been to
say
Germany.
that.
No one is Hasselhoff big in Germany. Not even Hasselhoff.
Not even Hasselhoff. Yeah.
So.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
I wouldn't dream of hassling though.
But yeah,
Hassled once.
that's what I've been up to. I've been up
Wasn't pretty for
to
me.
not pissing in cats' faces.
Whoa, no.
Same.
I didn't piss in their face. I was on their heads.
I broke an 11-year streak of not having sex, so that was good.
The Bush administration.
Bush administration.
Bush administration, and not anymore.
It's
A different kind of Bush
I made
administration
this.
now.
I made this comment to you guys before. Like I'm a true blue fucking true blue
Republican.
left wing Democrat.
Blue.
And
Republican.
I only get laid when Republicans are in office. I don't understand it. It's a cruel joke. Thanks, Obama.
That's so fitting. It's perfect.
I think it just means when there's Republicans' office, you try harder.
Maybe, but I really
When there's
don't.
Democrats, you didn't really leave the house.
In fact,
They made
you know
life
what?
too
To-
easy.
To go on.
Yeah, they made life too easy for you.
We would have started this podcast like 6 months ago, but I just couldn't stop getting it wet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
just been my whole life, so.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since you did, okay.
I'm not saying details, I just want to brag a little bit. God damn it, let me have this.
I think we can golf clap for. Can we golf clap for that? Mr. B, you're not golf clapping. There you go.
Thank you, I appreciate
My
it.
claps pick up too much on the mic, so I gotta tame it down.
That's the,
It's
a
not
golf.
that,
for a guy with your decibel level potential, that's the sissiest clap I've ever heard. Come on.
Checking the levels, huh?
Yeah, there we go.
That's a big dick clap right
That's not a golf
and that's,
clap.
and that's
anymore,
my
just a
dick
clap.
slapping against
Yeah.
my thigh.
there. Imagine, Hey, no hands.
Wow, you got a lot of bones in your dick.
All right,
I've only
so
Nice looking dick.
I think
man.
we haven't had too much of a full-on discussion about this, but I think our plans for the podcast.
Needless to say, we're winging it.
Well, this first episode, we thought it would be nothing.
Hey, man, you just went off script.
Regular.
What are you doing?
Every single word up to this point was all scripted.
Mr. B.
Teleprompters are for losers.
Can you imagine Mr. B at a table read? Fuckity, fuckity, fuckity foo.
Could you imagine writing the script for Mr. B's dialogue?
No.
That would be insane.
You guys should try it sometime. Be fun,
Yeah,
be
we
fun.
should.
That'd be a fun writing exercise.
How would I
yeah.
method act to think like you, Mr. B? Piss on
Probably
some
piss on
cats.
some cats.
Barney, get over here.
Really get myself in the headspace.
Good
I
time.
feel alive.
So I think we're gonna keep the format relatively close to what we used to do with Beyond the Veil, but
You know the what?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the point of this podcast is we're gonna do whatever the fuck we feel like doing.
And to close this one out, I do have one little story. Here's
Close this one out.
Hang on.
out.
Oh, before we close
play
it out,
us
before we
out.
close it out, I mean, I got
What does that
I got 18 more haunted roads.
Yes! 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 I've been waiting 3 years.
Just kidding. No more roads got haunted in the 3 years we were gone. It's all the same ones.
There actually was a bit of breaking news that Blair found on his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to?
Please tell me it's a road.
This was
No.
literally, I was looking up something stupid before this, and this was like the AT&T.net news feed.
Okay.
Pedophile confesses to killing John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, I
letters
saw-
to friend.
I saw that this
Holy
morning. too.
shit, really?
That's
I saw
yeah.
that- I saw that this morning,
that's
too.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, so I mean, it ends basically saying that the Boulder Police Department are like, hey, we're not gonna say anything definitive yet because we hear shit like this all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But some of this stuff is pretty fucked. So a longtime suspect in the 1996 murder of John Benet Ramsey in Boulder, Colorado, has allegedly confessed to accidentally killing the 6-year-old in a series of letters sent to a former high school classmate. His name is Gary Oliva.
He accidentally killed her or he accidentally confessed?
Accidentally killed her.
Okay.
He's 54. He's a convicted pedophile who's already serving time. He's serving 10 years in jail, and he's up for parole in 2020. I don't think that's happening anymore. So this is a quote. I never loved anyone like I did John Benet, and yet I let her slip and her head bashed in half, and I watched her die. Oliver wrote in a letter to his former
fuck?
classmate, Michael Vale, It was an accident. Please believe me. She was not like the other kids.
So wait, is he saying he killed other kids?
I think so.
And maybe, or in his sick, fucked up mind, he's saying the other kids.
Well, let me tell you.
Raped, and this one it was love.
Let me tell you, this will be answered. This will be answered in just a couple of paragraphs.
Okay.
So, in another letter to Vale, Oliver wrote, John Bonet completely changed me and removed all evil from me. Just one look at her beautiful face, her glowing, beautiful skin. Do you remember how old John Bonet was? Her divine god body. I realized I was wrong to kill other kids.
Oh.
Yet by accident, she died, and it was my fault.
What the is that a real story? Like, that's not like...
Oh, yeah, I saw that in a couple news things this morning, too.
And then Vale, it's the guy he's writing the letters to. Vale has suspected his old high school buddy killed John Bonet for the last 22 years, ever since he received a disturbing phone call from Oliver shortly after the murder and before the case made national headlines. My suspicions began when Gary called me late that night on December 26, 1996. I don't care where he lives. He was sobbing and said, I heard a little girl. I tried to get more information out of him. The only other thing he told me was that he was in Boulder, Colorado. On December 27th, I read on the front page, the local newspaper, girl, 6, slain in Boulder, Colorado.
So yeah, this is not a question that we have answers for, but I wonder if this Vale guy is going to be prosecuted too for holding this information.
Well, I think...
Well, it said he was a longtime suspect, so I'm assuming he went public or went to the police with
And they're
that
just
info
releasing the
along-
letter.
So,
the
yeah,
fact that
I
they have his
immediately
letters
Fucking
now.
hope so.
Yeah, okay. I immediately called the Boulder Police Department
There
and
you
told
go.
them
Okay.
I knew about Gary and what he had told me just days earlier. They didn't get back to me. 3 months later, I called the
alright.
police again to find out what was going on in its investigation of Gary, but instead I was sent to a police answering machine set up for tips on John Bonet. I left a message on the recorded line, and again, I never heard back from investigators.
Jesus
So this guy,
Christ. So obviously the guy's not serving time for murdering anybody if
No,
he's up
not
for
yet.
parole.
Yeah, so he's serving time for being a pedophile.
You know, his ass is doomed.
He's serving time for just
shit.
being a garden variety to catch a predator ass pedophile.
Yeah.
And
Gotta,
then
like,
he
shake that off.
Yeah, he just casually admitted, it's not like all those other girls I killed.
Oh my god.
well, I don't know if it's killed. I mean, it could be
evil.
killed or.
No, he
just
says
raped.
killed.
Or did he say
He
that he's
literally,
killed?
yeah,
Okay.
he literally said
I missed that
he was
part.
wrong.
It was
to
wrong
kill
to
those
kill other
I
kids.
missed that part.
Yet by accident she died, and it was my fault.
What the?
So yeah,
That, you know what, that kind of reminds me of that. Remember a long time ago we
Letterland?
read that letter from
Albert Fish?
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Tell us another story about pissing on your cats.
that got
I
dark.
told him I was gonna.
There's more.
Oh shit! What do we got?
Okay, so this is from Oliver. In a recent letter to Vale, I pleaded guilty to the murder of John Bonet, as well as countless charges of assaults and sexual abuse against many children, Oliver wrote in a recent letter to Vale. There were various agreements made by me and the court, which I signed many pages. So
Well, I wonder why the police department's not saying anything.
that's what that's...
I was gonna, but since the subject matter, but I
I mean,
was.
maybe he's psychotic and delusional. I mean, I know
He could
there's
be.
a lot of people who've they confess to murders to get attention or to
Okay, there's some redacted shit here.
what?
According to the
Heck,
affidavit, investigators found on Oliver's phone approximately 335 photos that had something to do with, and then it's redacted.
What?
Some were regular photographs of her, likely found online. The affidavit continues, of these photographs, 19 were images from redacted autopsy, likely from the photographs that had been leaked to the press in years past. There are also many photographs of what appear to be shrines to redacted. It's unknown where these shrines are located or if they were created by Oliver or not. I observed in the contact section of Oliver's phone that there were many references to Redacted. In the video section of the phone, I found several videos that were tributes to Redacted as well.
Well, that's fucked up. So redacted is clearly Jean Benet
Jean Benet.
Ramsey.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna lighten the
That's
mood
some
earlier
individual one shit.
by making the one guy. I was like, oh, I wonder what we should see. What's beyond the veil? but I chose not to.
Oh, because his last name was Vale.
His last name
But
was
in the
Vale.
middle of it, I chose not
Right.
You chose not to say the thing you just
That you
fucking
just
said.
said.
During the middle, I chose not to say it during the middle of the
Right.
really bad stuff until the end.
Right.
Well, I mean,
And
here's
so it wouldn't be
hoping-
funny.
Here's hoping we get to the bottom of whatever that is, and if that guy is
If
guilty,
that guy is guilty of it, then
holy
Yeah.
shit. There's going to be some fucking divine retribution
Not
coming down the
necessarily,
mountain.
not necessarily the John Bonet story, but there's one that we could look into deep dive, especially the local, the Jacob Wetterling. Because you remember,
yeah.
like 3-4 years ago, that new guy was arrested for it.
Yeah.
But then he was arrested and they were investigating. But I never heard. After like a couple weeks, I never really heard any more on the fact, like if they legitimately thought he did it or
Or if the case is closed. Yeah, I don't know.
Remember, it was like a month of news stories, and then all of a sudden it was just like haven't heard about it again.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's been a big story in Minnesota for
right,
20 plus years.
Well, and then all of a sudden they got this guy, and then nothing.
And
So
then
I don't
we
know
just-
if they
yeah.
never actually found legitimate evidence, but that could be a story to look into.
Yeah.
I mean, a sad story, but so they're all sad stories.
yeah.
This isn't
Shit's pretty fucked.
a sad podcast, though.
Well, no, but we could. Yeah.
Let's bring the mood back up. Mr. B, take your dick out. Don't actually do that, for the love of God.
He was halfway there already.
He really was.
You just, hear
Holy
a,
shit.
you just hear a thump on the table. Oh shit, there it is.
Oh, the mic went hot.
Mr. B, I told you not to touch the table.
Quit bumping the table.
So yeah.
So yeah, that's I literally stumbled across that like 10 minutes
Did you
before we
I
started.
saw that this morning when I was getting ready, but I didn't actually click. I didn't have time to click the article.
So yeah, I
and read
didn't
it.
have time to look into it, look into the legitimacy of any of that shit, and I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty new, so hopefully we'll find out more soon.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
pretty fucked.
That's pretty fucked up. So yeah, future episodes, I think we're gonna try and do a little more deep dives into the topics than we did before. You know, a lot of the time on Beyond the Veil, we would kind of
Potluck
skim the
it.
surface of stuff.
We'd
We would
potluck it,
potluck it.
where each of us would bring a story and
Oh,
it's a real
sure.
thing.
Things, yeah.
Sure.
Potluck.
And I
Which I think we could every once in a while do some
I
potlucks.
think we should still do that kind
Potlucks,
of
some
stuff.
smorgasbords,
But
some
you know,
roads.
to take some more
Some
like
cheese
a
boards.
more deeply researched dive into things and
Definitely.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mark's been
Reading this.
What are you reading?
The Reddit
Oh,
that you
yeah.
Do you think that? Yeah, that's for the next episode, right? We're gonna do some Reddit stories.
Yeah. There's
let's tease it.
there was a pretty great thread going around a couple months ago. It was just an ask Reddit thread. You know, what is your scariest true experience? And it's not a lot of paranormal stuff because it is stuff that's supposed to have actually happened to people. So it's a lot more of like eerie things or things that are people being crazy.
I'll give a tease too. I know you got stuff, but in those, I read like the first 12 or 15 and didn't find any of them interesting.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Hot take.
No one mentioned a road, so you didn't, didn't get hard.
To be fair, he's the one who always brought up the road lists.
Lots of haunted roads, let me tell you.
Even more haunted roads.
Yet another list of haunted roads.
So there's a tease that as of right now, I don't have any of those stories to share that I found interesting.
I read a couple. They seem good enough to share.
But that's for next time.
Yeah, when I found the thread, the way it works is the most upvoted stuff goes to the top. And when I first found the thread like 3 months ago, it was a vastly different amount of stories that were at the top than there are now. So you're just
So basically what we're saying is current Redditors on that forum have voted those ones up to the top. They're fucking dumb.
Oh.
Those Redditors that vote those to the top. So I didn't have time to dig deep. I gotta bear down.
You're gatekeeping pretty hard on
Yeah,
that.
good lord.
Calling people that use Reddit dumb is probably a great move for you.
It's a really good
That
move
for him.
the
Oh, I'm sorry. They think the top one is like, one time I was showering and I heard a noise. Turns out it wasn't a noise. Number
It was
one.
creepy.
You remember that book we read?
Number one.
Remember that
Sorry.
book we read where
Sorry.
there was a story about the juice? Like the guy's like, my juice, half the juice was gone when I came back. I remember like reading that on the podcast and I'm like, what the fuck
Story
are we
title is
doing?
called
Why are we
Spooky
listening?
Juice.
Why are we reading this? This is fucking stupid. I went and I came back and half my juice was gone.
You guys want to start like a 70s funk revival band called Spooky Juice?
Yes.
Well, wait, is it also going to be like? Is it also going to be like a little bit, little bit eerie, a little bit John Carpenter to get the spooky into the juice?
No.
No, it's just gonna be.
Not at all.
Well, I mean,
Where'd you get that from?
I'm gonna have. Okay. Well, first of all, dibs on the keyboard. Second of
Okay.
all,
Well, Blair,
spooky organ.
Blair,
Spooky organ is gonna be my
I think
top
we're all
setting.
playing keyboard.
Yeah.
It's just going to be four
Keyboards and
keyboards.
guitars. across the
Keyboards,
board.
guitars. I got a piano.
Yep.
I got an upright piano at home, so
I'll also bring a bassoon.
Oh.
Just in case.
The bassoon is
I'll bring
applied.
I'll bring the skin flute.
Implied.
And I know someone now who has a last night who has what are they called? I can't remember, but one of the little keyboards that you actually blow into.
Oh, what is that called?
It starts with an M, but I can't remember.
I drawn a blank.
But
I
Keyboard
know what
you
you're talking
blow
about.
yeah, you were saying it's got a little and you blow into it and that puts the air and that's what
That's what
makes
makes
the
sound.
Let me
the
put
keys
on
you hit it.
incognito mode before I search things you blow into.
Good
You gotta do
idea.
incognito mode on your own iPad.
The government, man.
Yeah.
But you have
You
a Google Home and Alexa
Keyboard.
up in your house and that's worse.
Google Home is
But
watching you.
I might be able to get hands on that too, Blair. And my
I
mouse.
guess I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
get the fuck
Get
in
your
my
hands and
living
your
room.
mouth on that.
Not when you're married.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Like a eerie, funky 70s band made up of
Spooky
mostly keyboards, but obviously we put a little bit of funk guitar in there and
Funk guitar and some bass.
and some
You gotta get
slap
some
and a bass beat time. Everyone was like,
Melodica.
Melodica. Knew it started with an M though. And,
Holy shit, you're right. It did start with it.
And then I put a little bit of drums in there, but mostly piano and keyboard. I'm seriously very into it. I'm very into
Would
it.
you say you
Spooky
put
juice.
the dick in the melodica? Like James Hetfield?
But Blair, I'm not gonna lie though.
Weird reference.
If you play the guitar though, whenever you play it, I need you to play it like the guitar player in Ghost does.
Yeah.
You gotta just rock it.
You gotta just rock it.
What, you think he's not
You
going to
you can
rock
do
the
that?
I'm not gonna
guitar?
rock.
Well, no, but Blair, no. This is sometimes I know Blair. Sometimes his style is to just stay in the calm groove. Like
That's
he's
true.
sitting,
I
on,
do
a,
like- I
like
do
he's sitting
like-
on a small plane in Germany. Just
I do like shoegazing.
sometimes
every
he just
once in a while.
sometimes
But
he just likes to just.
I can jam.
Yeah, but I want
the heck?
I
I
want
can go
Blair.
for
I want Blair to have a wide power stance,
Yeah.
and I want Blair to be the only one that wears a mask.
So
So many questions.
Blair's the only one. Oh, he's the spooky in the juice.
yeah, I'm the spooky. Yeah.
We've also moved the show to a different podcast host, and we don't have to worry about the limits to the amount we can upload every month. So that gives us kind of a little more freedom to post things that aren't regular episodes of Below the Void. Like,
And
for example, Blair and I are planning on doing a sort of just a show with him and I talking about the horror games that we played in 2018. So, we're gonna.
Oh, I
be
didn't know
able
this
to-
was a. I didn't know this was a spin-off feed.
Oh, it's
Interesting.
we can do whatever we want now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to do it, if you get the urge one day, Mr. B, you're like, I want to do a podcast
About pissing on cats.
pissing on my cat's face. Boom.
Again, not the face, the top of the head. I'm not
Whatever.
sick. It was all accident.
Oh, you're okay.
They weren't looking at me.
Whatever. So if you get the urge, there's something you want to talk about that you want the listeners to hear. Fucking
Mr.
You don't have to
B's
call my ass.
Horror reviews.
Mr. B's horror reviews. Boom.
Ooh, oh.
Spin-off.
I did forget something that was taught. I forgot about that happened to me in the last 3 years. dogs. No.
More.
Hopefully, maybe not. It might not open this October. Might be October 2020. We'll see. But might be starting a haunted attraction
Right.
Oh.
in
Big deal.
Andover.
Andover.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Shit, yeah.
we're gonna call it Bend Over Andover
Where does
because that's scary when you get taken like that.
Yeah. When you get taken in a shed
Andover.
somewhere in Andover, it's spooky.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Bend Over Andover.
it's not okay?
I don't. We don't have it. We don't have it. I don't. There's not a name for it yet.
Better not be spooky juice because I'm trademarking that.
No, but I might ask if we could serve spooky juice.
Maybe we should serve spooky.
Maybe
Sounds
we can
like a
have
cocktail.
like an animatronic band in there, but it's actually just us.
Like a rocket explosion or whatever
Yeah.
from and the Maryville band, the Maryville band from Saturday
yeah,
Night Live,
Yeah.
Oh god, that was so creepy.
especially the Tom Hanks one.
Ding.
Yeah.
That's the Maryville band thing.
But yes, exactly like that.
But what's the circus band called? Like Rocket Explosion or something like that? There's a whole documentary about it. Both
Yeah, I
the,
can't
like the
remember.
Chipmunks and the.
I just watched.
was on
watched
Netflix for a while.
I just watched the Defunct Land, the Chuck E. Cheese one, and he talks about that band.
That's true. He does. I can't remember. What
But I
it's
know there was a whole documentary. It was on Netflix for a while about them.
It's
but-
rockin' something.
Someone did like a perfect sync up of those two bands because it was a band and then there was a side stage with a gorilla on the keyboard.
Yep,
Remember
yep.
that?
Hell yeah.
Someone did like a perfect sync up of Electric Feel by MGMT to those two bands. I'm gonna try to find it now.
I'm gonna find
Maybe we
the
can
band.
link to it on the Facebook.
No, I don't want Circus Buffet. I want Circus Band.
Showbiz Pizza Bear.
No, I don't want Circus
Showbiz Pizza.
by a band called Mr. Cool.
Mr. Oh, dude, I fucking love Mr. Cool.
All this is fine as fucking Mr. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Cool. What
So-
do you do with Mr. Cool on your own goddamn time, Mr. B? It's none of our business. Rocket fire exploded.
Rocket fire.
fire
I knew there was
explosion.
rocket. I knew there was exploding,
I found
and
it.
it wasn't the Challenger.
Jesus.
I forgot. There's like a hillbilly bear too.
Yep.
Like a
Banjo.
The banjo,
Yep,
yeah,
yeah,
the banjo,
banjo.
bear.
And isn't one of them like a giant otter too?
No, that's fucking stupid. Mr.
You're a dumb fuck.
I forgot.
getting that
Otters
wrong.
can't play instruments. My bad. My bad. Blair's
I love
taking
you
the
with all
sock
my
off.
heart.
Sorry.
Hey, Blair, you do you.
Oh, the gorilla playing the keyboard is the main band, and that I don't know what that is. A polar bear or abominable snowman?
Isn't there a giant fox too?
That's a dog. I don't see a fox. There's like a cheerleader. She's a giant mouse. She's like the same size as the gorilla. It makes no sense.
I'm gonna be honest. When I see a gorilla playing instruments, I want it to be the drum solo for "In the Air Tonight."
In the air tonight, yeah.
Maybe it should be.
Yeah, maybe it
I
did.
think they just played Jimmy Crack Corn on repeat at Circus.
Yeah.
Do you? Now I'm blanking. Do you guys remember where the Circus was around here? Was it in
Brooklyn
Osseo?
Park.
No, it was in Brooklyn
It's
Park.
where
It was like
the
across from Rocky
Brunswick zone is
Rococo.
now, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Like where the bowling alley is
What about-
now,
what
and
was
where
the
the
one-
apartments. Oh, that's where it was. Okay, I couldn't remember. I used to go there all the fucking
What was
time.
the one that became a Chuck E. Cheese in Blaine?
Discovery Zone.
That was
That was
Discovery
Discovery
Zone.
Zone?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
Chuck E.
okay.
Cheese and Blaine?
I don't know if it's even there anymore.
I don't think it is
but,
anymore. I think it's a half-price books now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was Discovery Zone. I remember that.
I had a birthday there once. It was
Whoa.
cool. I discovered the zone.
Circus was my fucking jam.
Yeah.
And then later in the last couple of years, they built that one area where it was like a wooded forest, and there was little sensors that you shoot with a sensor gun to get points. That was my.
It's like a light gun.
I got so many fucking tickets. I got so many of those little looked like sex toys where you little wet tube and it.
Oh, you squeeze
yeah.
it on one
And
side and it goes on
trap.
the
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, they probably stopped doing those because a lot of guys probably use as a sex toys.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, stick your dick in it at least once.
Right. I kind of regret that I never did.
they have that.
Well, okay, because I don't believe that for 1 second.
No, because the last time I had one, I wasn't at the point where I cared about putting my dick in stuff.
You didn't go through a phase when you were a kid where you just put
You
your
stuck
dick
your
in
dick in
everything? I thought
It's hard to
everyone
believe. Maybe
went
it is
through
hard to believe, but no.
that. Really?
No.
Huh.
Huh.
I don't know.
My hat's
this,
off to
this
you.
is a
That's
revelation.
the
I don't
weirdest
know
thing
if
I've
I
ever
know
heard.
anyone that when they were a kid had to put their dick in everything.
I mean,
Not literally everything.
not everything, but
I don't know.
See?
have you thought about it?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I ever.
Mr. B's repressed.
Mr. B.
gonna
Wow,
say,
Mr.
wow.
B is the prude of the podcast now? That's crazy.
I feel judged by you.
No,
and
no.
I don't
Hey, whoa,
appreciate
whoa,
it.
whoa. One thing about me is stuff like that I don't judge.
Well,
You don't judge.
I mean, I know I judge on certain things, like that guy who possibly killed John Bonet. Like, I'm judging him if he did
Yeah.
it, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
So there's things I'll judge.
No, I'm judging him either way, because either way he's a pedophile.
well, right, but I mean, judge on that. Yeah, right, that's true. But I'm not judging you guys. Put your
Good.
dicks in what you want as long as it's consensual.
That couch consented.
Yeah.
That weird, that weird jelly tube.
Oh, it's like a question. Now
Oh,
that we're
yeah, jelly
oh,
too.
and I think probably before this comes out, we're gonna try to upload the other 45 podcast episodes from
Not before this comes
now
out.
before.
No, because I have to do them one at a time, and that's gonna take like we'll do sort of a. We'll slowly start to migrate it over.
I mean, we're gonna have to have an off-air production meeting.
And we can call it BTV Classics and pretend like they're new.
That's what we should do. That's a good idea.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
so like a question,
meeting over.
now that we're rebranded.
Boom.
Am I still gonna be the villain of the podcast or no longer?
I
that's
think
up to
you're.
you.
That's up to you, yeah.
Ball is
No,
in your
You made
court.
yourself the
no,
villain,
it was
my
always
friend.
up to you. I never made myself the villain. You guys
Excuse me?
decreed that.
There's also just the general attitude. Oh, I didn't find anything interesting in that thread.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Kind of
I'm sorry.
sounds
No,
villainous.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to lie and say that I heard a noise and it turned out it wasn't a noise?
we-
That I found that super interesting.
I just
and
got
spooky?
goosebumps right now when you said it again.
Can we do?
Sorry.
Did your mother never tell you?
Can we
You
do
don't
a-
have
a
anything nice
supercut?
to say. Don't say anything at all.
Can we do a supercut of how many times he's threatened to rape me to death? In graphic detail?
Check
Yeah,
tape.
yeah. Check the tape. I bet it's less
tape.
than 3.
Anything more than 3, you're still a gentleman.
So you can threaten to violently rape someone up to 3 times before it's a problem?
No, it's always a problem. I'm just saying, Blair made it sound like it was like an every episode thing. And I'm saying out of 45, maybe it happened once or twice.
I only remember one.
Well, then
so-
fuck you, Blair.
But it was graphic.
It was graphic.
Yeah, you guys, maybe people will go back and listen to the classics and they can check for us, and when it first happened, but I don't remember doing anything that should have been declared.
Yeah,
as
I'm,
the
but
film.
I'm paying for the bandwidth for the old hosting site so that they don't delete the show.
But either way, even when they come up on the new feed, the classics, people can go back and find the episode where you declare me the villain and let me know why, because
I think
it was
I
unjust.
declare you the villain. I don't know why. There's probably
Well,
a
you
million
did.
reasons back then.
Well, now that this came out that you guys, when we're little, wanted to put your dick in everything, I think you're the villains.
That
When you did that
that
episode,
is a well-known thing that boys do.
you did that episode of like the best moments.
Yeah.
I think it's in there where I just say you're the villain of this podcast.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
But is the prologue to that in there so we know why you said that?
Probably because you were being villainous.
But what'd I do? I don't remember
You
doing
were just
anything that
being
bad.
you, like pissing on cats' heads. I don't know. You were doing something.
Again, that's
You
not
were-
villainous
you were-
because it was an accident.
You were
it
up
was
there
their
wreaking
fault,
havoc,
and
doing
they're
some
my
wild
cats.
shit.
I'm not just going into strangers' house and pissing on their cats.
All I'm saying
Although
is
that'd
that
be a cool thing to start.
maybe.
Like all of a sudden, like, oh, there's a serial cat pisser in the town.
All I'm saying is that you're getting very defensive
Just
about
on
it.
the three-
I think that
I've
there's
always
something
been
there.
I've always been defensive about it. I always thought it was unjust and fuck you guys. That's what I've always thought about it.
It's always been unjust and fuck you guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't have said it better.
Because if I remember right, I didn't do anything, and then you guys declared me the villain, so I had no choice but just to become the villain.
If we had a video feed of that episode, Mark calls him the villain of the podcast, and we could just see the goth makeup forming on B's face.
Oh my god.
I'm like Batman. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So
Yeah.
Of the podcast.
I guess I'm just the Batman of the podcast.
That was actually Two-Face that said that.
He said that, but it was also about Batman. Speaking of Batman, tangent. I haven't watched that Titans show on the new DC Universe app.
Oh,
But I did see the
scene where
trailer.
Batman kills all
I
those
did see the
people?
trailer for the season finale.
Yeah.
And literally, the Joker, I guess, kills Commissioner Gordon, and so Robin's the main character of that Titans. He literally is going to try and stop Batman from murdering the Joker, and I guess he fails, and then Batman ends up killing him, and then they try to stop him, and Batman kills like all the GCPD and just goes full on villain. I was like, that's an awesome take, and I love Batman, and Batman's always that close to doing it, but to finally push him over to do it,
could not disagree more.
Hold on.
I haven't seen it.
Hold on. I'm gonna ruin something for you. So I saw that scene.
It's not Batman.
In the description, it's a nightmare. It's like a nightmare scenario.
Fuck that.
There's like a character that can like put. It's basically like Robin's worst fear that Batman becomes unhinged.
He still says "fuck Batman" though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does still say "fuck Batman." I watched that scene.
That was the single cringiest thing I think I've ever seen in my life in the trailer for that.
Fuck Batman.
Well, fuck that thing, because I think, being as it's not really, when it comes to like that kind of stuff, the movies are what most people consider canon. Well, this isn't. So I would have liked if they were like, you know what, Batman's always on the edge of being a villain and killing everybody. I thought it'd been awesome if they finally just said, "Fuck it, let's have him do it."
I was gonna say take him out. I would appreciate that they just went for it because they're obviously trying to be like dark as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was
but
I would appreciate
ridiculous degree.
I would appreciate oh fuck, okay, I guess they went all the way. Batman's a fucking murderer. I saw he was like cutting throats with his batarangs. Like there was a guy begging for his life and he cut his face open with it.
If Batman's gonna turn, he's gonna turn so hard.
And then I was like, this is actually a nightmare scenario. People are just taking this out of context. This show's really good. I was like people in the comments. I was like, oh, okay.
What?
So
People
never mind.
saw something on the internet and just took it for face value before looking into it?
Yeah, like they thought someone heard a noise and that was a good story.
Jesus Christ. See? Yeah, I'm not the villain.
You're the fucking martyr of this podcast now.
Oh, I'm sorry to have high standards.
You really should be, because if you have too high standards,
I'm sorry I didn't want to bore our listeners.
You're letting greatness become the enemy of goodness, and that is terrible.
I'm ready.
Thing.
When they hear the next episode, you might have found some good ones that I hadn't found yet, and I'm gonna be all about it.
They're just fast-forwarding right now going, oh, come on, more cat piss stories. Gotta be in here somewhere. Tagged.
Oh, all right. Well, I think that's about a wrap for our first episode back.
We're gonna have to
expect
eventually
more of a
back in the
saddle again.
There you go.
We're gonna have to. We'll work on it. We'll workshop, but we're gonna have to come up with a really cool sign off. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Hopefully we can think of one that's up to your standards.
Like maybe we'll just say
impossible.
Like maybe we'll just
standards.
say something like we're below the void and piss on a cat.
Swiggity swooty, we're coming for that booty.
Swiggity swooty, we're coming for that booty.
And then once we make which I think we should do really soon, or at least maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll get some help from Mark. Make a Spooky Juice song, and that'll be our closing little number.
Spooky
Our first title track or our first single should be called Jelly Tube.
Jelly Tube, yeah.
Let's do it. In parentheses,
with the number one hit single,
Jelly Tube. In the parentheses, did you put your dick in it?
Jelly Tube fuck sock.
All
Don't
right.
be ridiculous.
Jelly Tube fuck sock.
Trying to get on iTunes here, man. With that song.
Fine.
With that song.
Jelly Tube F *** song.
Yeah, gotta make some money somehow. So we gotta get on iTunes, Spooky Juice, or at least Bandcamp.
At least.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Catch you on the flipping.
Bye.